G'day, my name's Alan Baldwin. I'm an English-born Australian, a Kubra-wearing, sunglass-toting carp enthusiast from Victoria in Australia. And I call myself the Canny Carper.
He's the dude who's in the mood to pull some carp out for you. He's the dude who's in the mood to show you just what to do. The Canny Carper.
Just watching the boys fishing over there. It's good to see people out, isn't it? Good to see people out fishing. Hopefully they're getting some of those little trout that will be milling around here. 370 on the water this side. Doesn't make them very easy to catch though, does it? So what have I been doing in my 3 months enforced layoff? Well, I've been looking at a lot of videos on YouTube, and a lot of them have been about carp fishing. So Carp King 71 is one name, Dave Lane, too many to mention. I've seen them all. And one thing that comes out loud and clear is that there's no point fishing if there's no carp in the lake. There's no point fishing if there's no carp in your swim or your general area, because you've got no hope of attracting in fish that aren't there. So, yeah, I haven't seen a fish for 3 months. I'm looking at this lake now and I've been here about an hour. Haven't seen a fish movement. There's a few birds. There's plenty of the Australasian darters. I've seen, I'm looking at 2 of them up in the trees now. I'm sure there's plenty more. And those mature darters are easily capable of getting a decent sized fish. I've not seen how big a carp they can eat, but certainly the pelican that's swimming around the lake, he could down the odd 8-10 pound carp if he wanted to. Hopefully he hasn't caught any. Hopefully they're just gorging themselves on the 370, was it? Trout that have been put in the lake. That's not going to last them too long either. So that's the first thing I've learned. Be where the fish are. Second one I think is, and what I'm going to do this year is tip in lots of corn and things. Make sure, oh, here come all the cockies. Oh, look at that. Buzzed by cockies and galahs. First thing I'm going to do is chuck in heaps of corn every session. I think build these swims. I'm going to feed the swims. I didn't do that last year. I was quite meagre in what I threw in. This year I've got pellet, I've got dog biscuits, I've got corn, I've got some little small pellets of seafood. So I've got all sorts of things I'm going to try. They go out in my solid PVA bags or the PVA mesh bag. I'm using one of each today just to see if it makes any difference. And see how we go, I suppose. It's a lot of information taken in, as always. How much of it's going to be useful from what I've seen on the internet, I don't know. You have one person saying that black is white and another one says white is black. So it's, and I just mean that as in one's grey, one's yellow sort of thing. So yeah, opinions always divided, and that's what makes the world go round. An hour in, hour and a half in. Haven't had a touch yet, but I was half expecting that. The temperature overnight was about 7 degrees. The water temperature is going to be very low still. I think it'll be next week before I start really anticipating getting anything in the way of a decent fish on a decent bite. We'll see how we go though, as I always say. It's tight lines, fingers crossed, do the best we can. It's good to be back. I mentioned the invasion of the cockies and galahs. Well, there they are, having a bit of a feed behind me. They haven't mowed this lawn here for a while, so they're not going to come right over here, but that section there that they're on, they have mowed, and they seem to like getting down into the roots of the grass and pulling out the juicy bits. Yeah, good luck to them. Good to see them again. Haven't seen me old mates, the Hawaiian moorhens yet. There's generally a couple of them knocking around here. They must have chosen somewhere else to nest, or they might be sitting on their nest with babies. I don't know. Yeah, they're generally wandering up and down the bank and take a few free offerings of corn from me. Maybe a bit later on we'll see them. Later on in the year, that is. I don't know if you can see it, but just at the top of that tallest tree, someone's put an Australian flag up there, complete with flagpole. How did they get it up there? Amazing. It's on the island. Beautiful. It's a wonderful world. Ooh. 3 white ducks. I wonder what's happened to the 4th. 3 white ducks and another duck. Looks like one of them may be missing in action. That's a shame. But that's nature, I suppose. Good to see the remaining 3. I was getting a bit concerned about the lack of bird life that was coming over into the swim. You always like to think that there's something going on and that a little bit of a bird activity will attract the carp as well, but yeah, hasn't been happening on the surface so far, so I don't know what's going on underneath. Well, it seems appropriate to focus on the flag right up the tree as we finish this vlog. No fish, I'm afraid. I'll zoom out. No fish, I'm afraid, and yeah, I've done my 4 hours, so have to try again tomorrow.
He's the dude who's in the mood to pull some carp out for you. He's the dude who's in the mood to show you just what to do. For Canny Carper.